I mean, Chris Brown not lying. Like, people don't understand that energy is everything for real. I'm gonna put the quote up on the screen. He basically saying that cut people off if you're not aligned with them. You feel what I'm saying? He said love is love. Ain't supposed to be no conditions to it, right? You gotta be careful because people in this generation, nowadays we're starting to see this. It's not in this generation. I don't know why I always say that in this generation. It's in general. It's always been like that. I feel like nowadays we just becoming more self-aware to the things that we would enable years ago, the things that we would allow years ago. That's why it seems like so many people are coming out saying the same thing, like guard your energy or raise your vibration, be careful who you're around, be careful who you align yourself with, because for years and years you was at the cookout with your enemy. You was chilling with your homie and your homie was actually an enemy. You was laying in a bed with somebody who didn't really rock with you. But considering the fact that for so many years we were not self-aware to the high levels of manipulation within society, that now, what am I, on drumline? Now we're really starting to see, wow, a lot of things were going over our heads for a long time. Because high level manipulators, they be in your camp. They be in your family. You know what I'm saying? You got high level manipulators and then you got enablers that will enable the manipulators. And then you got money involved. You got clout involved. You have relationships involved, whether that's sexually, whether that's whatever. You know, it's so many different layers. So you just got to be careful who you surround yourself with, especially when you're trying to grow. And you don't have to become like on Chris Brown's level, but it could just be in life in general. You feel what I'm saying? You want to be careful who you surround yourself with regardless. And if anybody is telling you otherwise, they either toxic within themselves, or maybe they're not willing to look at themselves or work on themselves. They're an enabler, or they just don't like you and they don't want you to be around. Or they just don't like you and they just don't want you to be around anything good for you to grow. You feel me? Do not let nobody deny your reality, and do not allow nobody to gaslight you into believing that you should be around people that are not good for you, whether they can see it or not. You feel what I'm saying? Because unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand that just because you think so and so is cool, don't mean you can see what I can see. Don't mean you understand why I'm separating myself. And sometimes the energy drainers, the toxic people, they a lot of times they put on performances, and when they're around different people, they treat different people differently. So sometimes that person may not see how that person is moving because of their facade and their manipulation is so on point. Or maybe they won't see it until later on. Sometimes it takes time for you to see who somebody truly is, you know what I mean? He said, people that are on your frequency will not be able to exist around me. And it's so deep. I'm trying to tell you, this is so deep, and this is so personal for me too. What people don't understand is that it don't matter if somebody give you good advice. It don't matter if somebody gives you money. It don't matter if somebody was there for you. You really got to pinpoint their character, pinpoint their intentions. Why are they here? Why did they give you money? Why did they give you good advice? You feel what I'm saying? Why were they there in that moment? Just because somebody is there for you, it could be a performance. Just because somebody gave you money that one time, that could be manipulation in order to pull you closer, in order to create a deeper facade. And it sucks that we gotta move like this, that we gotta really pay attention. But this could enter you, this could lead to your demise. This could put you in a situation to where you think that somebody rocking for you, but it was all fake. It was all for show. So, like for example, and they set it up that way too in order to get people on their side. Bang, say if you're dealing with somebody that's not on your frequency, they're toxic, but they're good at what they do in regards to faking and manipulating. They come to you, they give you some money, they give you positive affirmations through text message. Oh, I see you doing your thing, you locked in, da-da-da, I love you, da-da-da, blah, blah, blah. All good stuff. Then they go to this next person over here, and they like, bang, I love you, I see you doing your thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you this. They give them money too, and they big them up. And then they put a little bug in their ear, and they say, They go back and they say something about you to this person. So they give this person the same love and stuff that they did to you. So they put the facade on both of y'all. But to them, they say, yeah, you know, Josh, he be on some weird stuff, you know. He was talking about how you don't even go to the gym, but he always go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Or they might not even say it like that. They might say it like this. Yeah, Josh always talking about people that don't really go to the gym, you know. But it's crazy because I was telling him, like, you go to the gym all the time. Like, why exactly would you... Like, why would he even say that? Like, it seemed like he was trying to insinuate something, but I don't want to say that he's saying that. You feel me? So they just put it up in the air. And if that person that they telling it to grabs it, then now they got a problem with you based off of this person. But they said it, but they didn't say it. The toxic person, you feel what I'm saying? But remember, they gave you money and they gave you positive affirmation. They gave you positive words. So you think y'all good. Yo, this person gave me money, they gave me positivity, and they faked it very well. Then they did the same thing to them, but then they threw some drama into it. But they didn't fully say it, but they have said it in order for it to start some animosity. So now that person that they told, they get around you, they start looking at you crazy, like, they start looking at you up and down, like, so you got a problem with people going to the gym or people not going to the gym? I like my cupcakes. I like my cookies. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to say that, obviously, but they start treating you different. You feel me? They start treating you different. And the other person is, they not even there, but the next time they come back to that person, they'll be like, yeah, yo, you was hanging out with Josh? Oh, all right. Yeah, how did it go? I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, oh, I was hanging out with Josh, but he ain't saying nothing about working out or nothing like that. And he was like, oh, yeah, you know. He probably didn't, but it's cool, you know. It's cool. I just know last time I seen him, he did. And now I'm joking right now, and I'm trying to think of stuff off the top of my head, but like they plant seeds in order to cause friction between people within the situation, like triangulation. Look it up, y'all know what it is, the triangulation. So it's like a bunch of stuff going on. What they say when they hide their hands, they do something and they hide their hands. Like, what are you talking about? Huh? You know what I'm saying? So that's why you got to be careful. Like Chris Brown's saying, you got to be careful with the energy around you. You got to be careful with the frequency around you. And he said, love is love. You can't automatically assume that performative stuff is love. Performative empathy is love. Performative I loves you is love. You can't. You got to watch people's words. You got to watch the actions. You got to be careful depending on whether they talking behind your back to this person and that person. It sucks. You got to be like that. You got to be very discerning. And sometimes you can't only watch what they say and do. You got to watch the energy behind it. Like, is this person on some other stuff? Are they suspect? Are they... You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's very, very deep. Like, sometimes, like I said, people will show up in an action way. They'll do for me and they'll verbally say it. But I just feel something is off. And most of the time, that's your discernment. Most of the time, I be right. I'd be like, I knew something was off with this person. Because on a physical realm, they was showing me love. On a mental realm and verbally, they was there for me. But that was all in order to pull me close and in order to knock me down or in order to make me feel some type of way. Because they not on my frequency, like Chris Brown says. They doesn't have the energy that is needed in order to keep this relationship rocky. And they don't like me for whatever reason that I don't care about. I just know that they don't like me. So they're going to go out of their way to strategically knock down my frequency because they not. To strategically destroy my relationships with other people that's around me. So that's why that's so important. You know what I'm saying? First of all, align with people who align with you. Know that love is love and love is deeper than what people show you or even what they say out their mouth. I'm coming up with all these off the top of my head, so snap your fingers, give like they do in poetry, give me my props. And also, as you grow, just understand that people are going to change as well, and it comes with jealousy, envy, hate. You don't have to become Chris Brown, but you can be working at McDonald's and now you got a job at Walmart and people envy you because you no longer only work 16 hours a week. You got a full-time shift and now they're about to promote you to manager. You could be on that level. You don't have to be trying to be the next music star or content creator or influencer. You feel what I'm saying? These rules apply all across the board on every layer, on every level. You got to guard yourself, protect your energy, surround yourself with the right frequency. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you don't, it can lead to your demise. It can lead to crazy situations. And I've seen it all. Well, not seen it all, but I've seen a lot. And I can't tell you how to do it. You already know my slogan. It's your boy Josh Different. I'm different. You different. We different.